Hey everyone. I don't know if you can hear me. So before I get started, please let me know if you can hear me. I can see my connection is quite bad, my end, but is it okay your end? Please let me know in the chat. It's been a long time since I've done anything like this, so I'm quite nervous, as you can probably tell, but I am trying to be calm and trying to just get that bit of magic into everyone's lives again, especially as we are now in 2024 and we're nearly finished January. So I thought we might as well try and start doing things and getting it out there again. So here I am. Lovely to see you so far. Thank you, James. Thank you, Scott and Amy, for joining us. Just so everyone is aware, James is my moderator for today's talk and chat. So thank you very much, James. Everyone go and give Coastal Chicken a subscribe because they do amazing things. You'll absolutely love it. Okay, so with that being said, I have some news to share with you. We are going to be starting with a bit of, let's just say, non-Disneyland Paris news. We're going to be starting off with Walt Disney World, and we all love a bit of Walt Disney World. Hey Nico, lovely to have you joining us. Okay, so as you know, I've done some news things before on previous chats, but I thought we'd do special news segments, and I've decided to call it Enchanting Update. So I hope you all like the name of that too. Let's move on. So today we are sharing things that have happened over the last couple of weeks since the beginning of the year and just getting up to scratch with what's been going on. So a couple of days ago, one of our most beloved things for anyone who goes to the Disney parks in America or might even know about it from watching other live streams and vlogs, there is the Country Bear Musical Jamboree. Hey Kerry, lovely to see you. So from a couple of days ago, the Country Bear Musical Jamboree actually closed its doors, but it hasn't closed down permanently as such. What has happened is that Big Bear, is it Big Owl even, has basically been coming up on our poster just here, and it's just going to say that it's reopening in 2024. So the time frame is expected to be around early March this year. So what you can expect to have is the Country Bears are getting ready to put on a new show that pays homage to the Opry style of Nashville. While the Country Bear Musical Jamboree will include Easter eggs from the beginning to the end, including a familiar tune fans may remember. The Bears will sing new, reinterpreted Disney tunes in different genres of country music, like bluegrass, pop country, Americana, rockabilly, and other styles, which is extremely exciting. I love a bit of rockabilly, so maybe like people could dress up rockabilly. That would be an awesome situation to be in when you go and visit. Has any of you seen the Country Bear Jamboree? Let me know in the comments. I would love to know what your opinions were back when it was originally what it was. Okay, hopefully I'm not going too far. Hopefully I'm not making too much nonsense, but let's continue. Disney D23 is one of the most official, profound Disney fan clubs there is. They're based in California, but everyone knows about it worldwide, and you can become a member for free, but you can also become a D23 Gold member. So what happens with D23 is you get invited to different events. There's exclusive merchandise, and as you can see on the slideshow just here, it has just turned 15 years old. Disney D23 has turned 15 years old. That is crazy to think about just how fast that time has gone. So as you can see in the slide, there's going to be an event coming up, and it's going to be celebrating the 15 years, and each D23 Gold member will be given a gift, and it will be of a cosmic blue, which is quite intriguing, but it will be a variant of the Sorcerer's Apprenticeship Mickey Mouse figure. And that is from the D23 2024 Magic and Mystery Collector's Set. So basically, every time you become a member of D23, if you renew it annually, you get given a little box. I say a little box, kind of that size, and you get a gift card. I say a gift card, a membership card even, and then you open it up and you either get statues or you can get pin badges. So I'm assuming that this will be something from one of those collector's sets. However, you can also get a special D23 15th anniversary pin, and that again is inspired by the magic and mystery of Disney. And it will be an exclusive event only souvenir, so you will have to go to the event to enjoy this. It is on March the 10th this year, 2024, and it is going to be at Disney Springs. I mean, what better way to have it at Disney Springs? And they'll be celebrating at Splitsville Luxury Lane. So I'm guessing that's bowling. Unfortunately, I never actually went there myself. So for gold members, it'll be $50 plus $7 processing fee per ticket. And tickets go on sale tomorrow. So if you're watching in America or anywhere in the UK and you fancy going for a little trip over to Walt Disney World, then go and grab your tickets because they are on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. PT or 1 p.m. ET times. I should have looked this up for GMT, but just search it, you'll find it. All the details I'll add into the comments later on. Okay, let's move on. It is bowling, James. Okay, have you been there before? Okay, right, back, here we go. So now we're moving on to a little bit of Disneyland, because we do like a bit of Disneyland here as well. So let's share some information. Thank you very much to WDWNT for the photo credits of the images. Well, I'm giving photo credits to you, so thank you very much. So Disneyland has projectors and they've installed some new projectors. And it's basically currently for the show that they're running called Mickey's Mix Magic Nightly Spectacular at the Disneyland Park, and it always runs from 9:30 p.m. So as you can see on the picture, there's the Disneyland Castle, and you've got just in center kind of, there is what you call the projector, I guess, and there's an owl to represent Sleeping Beauty in Sleeping Beauty's castle and the characters, and it's based on the two sides of Tomorrowland and Frontierland. And these performances are also included through Friday to Sundays and also include fireworks then as well. So what do you guys think so far of the new projectors that are being witnessed in this picture here? I quite like the fact that there's a gold owl in relation to the film Sleeping Beauty. I think it adds that little extra touch. And also, in my opinion, I like the way that it reacts. Let me say that again. In my opinion, I like the way that it sort of relates to the golden statues they had for the 50th at Walt Disney World, and some even at Disneyland Paris, but that's coming on later on in the show. So it's going to be quite exciting. I do know that they have also taken down some bunting at the sides of the castle as you're progressing towards it. So something might be coming up that's not been announced quite yet. So we'll have to keep an eye out on that, and I'll keep you all updated when it comes to that. Okay, so now we are going on to Disneyland's Astro Orbiter. Originally, this ride was actually focused on the main Orbitron at Disneyland Paris, but it needed to have a bit of a revamp. So back in November in 2023, which feels like forever ago, the Astro Orbiter was taken apart completely and removed from the parks and just had some scaffolding. And you know, when they have the picture walls type thing of showcasing what was there, that was basically there. And that is, you could just see the beginning of it in this picture here, coming up of it being reinstalled. So it's been completely renovated and it's going to be all squeaky clean and it'll be going faster than ever. Let's hope no one gets sick, because sometimes you never know, going fast and around could be a little bit funny, could be a little bit daunting. Adventures with Scott and Amy have said, defo better than seeing the actual projector itself, and love the surroundings of it all. Yes. So I love the way that the Imagineers really think about every detail that goes into everything at the Disney parks, even in films, like everything related to Disney, the detail is so immersive, and they just have so much imagination for ways to just get your mind thinking. Like, I wouldn't have even thought about having a golden statue on a projector. It's cool that they just hit it with a brick wall, but with an owl as well, that is pretty cool. Anyway, like I was saying before, sorry about this sidetracking. Yes, so Astro Orbiter is again reopening in early March of this year, and it has been revamped and it's going to look better than ever, and I'm sure the colors will sparkle, especially when it's lit up at night. Moving on, now this is a big thing, and some people might ask why I'm including this, but Disney over the years, as we've probably all noticed and seen, especially with Marvel, is growing and expanding. It's opening up to everything. You've got Spotlight Pictures, you've got Fox, you've got Marvel, you've obviously got Disney, National Geographic. The list can go on and on. And basically, because of how vast the Disney community is when it comes to business-wise, there have been so many nominations for the Oscars this year. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown. I would not have expected this to be classed as a Disney production. However, as I said, Searchlight Pictures, as I earlier said, productions, my apologies, have actually had Poor Things nominated for 11 things. So you've obviously got the Best Picture, Best Actress. I mean, Emma Stone is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal in Cruella. So I am looking forward to seeing Poor Things, but bring on Cruella too. That is going to be amazing. Yes, 20 nominations is fantastic. But like I said, it's all because of the different companies combined under the Disney umbrella now. And then you've also got the Poor Things, the film editing, the writing, the music, the list goes on. Then we have for the creator, which is 20th Century Studios, which obviously used to be Fox, and that has 2 nominations for visual effects and sound. Then we have a National Geographic documentary films. Now that is something that has been added to Disney Plus from the start here in the UK. I'm not too sure about in other places in the world, but National Geographic has always been part of Disney Plus. And I like the way that they are bringing in documentary style films and series. So to see that this has been added to the nominations is fantastic. It's Bobby Wine and The People's President. You should definitely go and check it out. It has 1 nomination, and I'm not surprised. It's for Best Documentary Feature Film. So definitely go and check it out on Disney Plus. Then we have Pixar, and I'm sure we can all understand why this has got a nomination for Best Animated Feature Film, and it is Elemental. Now, I tell a lie, I tell the truth. I haven't actually seen Elemental all the way through, but I have seen some snippets here and there, and it does look absolutely impressive. So I'm not surprised that it's got the nomination, because it definitely deserves it. Oh, okay, so Scott and Amy are saying here in the chat, change of subject too. We were saying about Disney on Ice through didn't seem like Disney because you could see the scaffolding, etc. And that's not like Disney because you can never see scaffolding in the parks. Ah, that's a very good point. I've never actually thought about that. So I'm not going to burst the Disney bubble when it comes to this episode, but there are times where you can see certain things that might not be the Disney aesthetic as such when in the parks, but just let your imagination run wild. I can't say my R's and W's. Yes, let your imagination run wild, and you will then be able to not see it necessarily. I mean, obviously visually, but not necessarily. So, you're just going to ask if it was good as well about Elemental. No, again, I can't tell you, but if anyone wants to let Coastal Chicken know if Elemental was good, then please drop it down in the chat. We would both love to know. And carry on with the nominations. So we have Flaming Hot. Again, it's a Searchlight Productions with also Hulu, and it's on Disney Plus, and it's scoring a nomination for Best Music. Again, not heard it, but the song is called The Fire Inside, so I can kind of see where that might be coming from. Then we have a Marvel nomination. Of course, we have to have Marvel nominations. So we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and that has one nomination, and that is for the best visual effects. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy is such a phenomenal umbrella. I've forgotten there's a specific word, but I've forgotten what the word is. But it's an umbrella in my head for now. Franchise, that's it. And I was too upset to see Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because of some things that I heard from the plot. However, the spectacular of the visuals and the effects is just always outstanding. So I'm not surprised by this nomination either. But one thing I do want to ask you in the chat while we're talking about this, do you feel that Marvel is now, maybe the word bombarding is too much, but bringing out so many different shows and films all in one go now that it's starting to make you lose track of like what you've watched and how much you've caught up with everything? Me personally, I felt like after Avengers Endgame, that was it, like MCU done. But then obviously WandaVision came out, that was really good. And then Mandalorian, and then more and more and more and more. And it just, you seem to have to watch everything for it to connect. So that's my personal opinion that I'm not too keen on. However, some people have different theories, so I'd love to know your theory in the chat. Carry on with the nominations. I'm going off topic so fast here. I do apologize. Okay, so yes, Guardians of the Galaxy. Then Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which is a Lucasfilms Limited production. And yes, he has come back. There was quite a lot of regeneration going on behind the scenes of I have forgotten his name. Oh my gosh, Indiana Jones actor. Wow, it's been a long time since I've done live streams. And anyway, so there was some people on reviews saying it wasn't a very good film. Other people absolutely loved it. And funny enough, it has got a nomination, which I wasn't expecting it to get a nomination because of all the opinions that I didn't hear were as good. Harrison Ford, by the way, that is his name, Harrison Ford. Get it into your head, Emma. And Indiana Jones has got a nomination for the best music and the original score by John Williams. So that'll be interesting to see if they win. The Last Repair Shop, again, that is the Searchlight Productions. Then you've got Nene and Weipo. I don't know if I've pronounced that right, but they have one nomination for the best documentary of short film as well. Yes, James, Harrison Ford, thank you for reminding me. Okay, no worries, Scott and Amy. Thank you so much for coming to join me on tonight's show. I've really appreciated you coming on. Have a lovely night, enjoy your food, and we'll speak to you soon. Hey, Oscar's Air Time, lovely to see you. I hope you're all doing very well. It's lovely to have you on the show. And also, James has said, I was a Marvel comic geek as a child, so I'm happy with bombardment. Okay, that's interesting to know. So what is your favorite part of the Marvel universe going on at the moment, James? I'd love to find out. So let's carry on at the moment. We've gone through the nominations and we've still got quite a bit more to go through, so let's carry on. So we are getting on to the big news now, and it's been a long time coming. After nearly 2.5 years, the Disneyland Hotel at Disneyland Paris is open for business. And when it was announced last year, like about September time, I think I remember that the tickets were going on sale, that you could stay there from January, literally last week. It was crazy how fast tickets sold, and I am not surprised from seeing what's been going on around on Instagram. So I'm going to just read you some information, and basically this is basically what Natasha Rafisky, I can never pronounce her name, I do apologize. She has said, the reopening of Disneyland Hotel marks a new milestone in the transformation of Disneyland Paris, extending our legacy as a leader in the European tourism industry with a unique blend of storytelling and service excellence, not to mention our exceptional capacity to welcome families. Now, that is a very good way of putting it. Also, it's lovely to know that it is literally a one of a kind 5-star property, just celebrating the Disney princesses and princes royalty. It's literally one of a kind out of all the Disney parks or other hotels around the world. That is it, one of a kind. So go Disneyland Paris for that. And it's one of the most immersive hotels that are around in Europe at the moment. So it's actually been nominated for an award as well. So just a little bit of background information for you. Disneyland Paris now has 7 hotels exclusively, over 3,300 cast members who work in the hotels, which is phenomenal amount, but they do so much amazing works. You've got the cleaners, the kitchen staff, the receptionists, so many different cast members, and they all put in that extra bit of magic. Then you have over 5,700 rooms and suites within all the hotels classed together. And then it's the first hotel chain franchise in France for families, and that's for the average capacity. And it's the first hotel operator among European theme parks in number of rooms. So that is exceptional. And it's the first largest hotel operator in France. So Disney has a major, major impact on everything in Europe and France. That is 100% for sure. Compared to when it first opened in 92, when there was a bit hit and miss of what would happen until Space Mountain rocked itself up. So yes, carry on keeping strong, Miss and Mr. and whatever you are, Disneyland Paris. Bring on 2025 when Frozen Land and the lake open. Well, I am coming up to that a little bit in a minute, so you'll find out, Thomas. Okay, right, let's carry on. So more pictures are coming up of the Disneyland Hotel. So here oh, excuse me, funny voice then. Here you can see, like, I say exceptional so many times, I do apologize, but here you can see a phenomenal picture of all the cast members from the Disneyland Hotel and all the Imagineers, and obviously you've got Mickey and Minnie here as well, just in the lobby of the Disneyland Hotel a couple of days just before it opened its doors to the first hotel guests. And it's just looking absolutely extraordinary. You can see at the top center the chandelier, and it even has the Sleeping Beauty castle right in the center. It's absolutely stunning. There's definitely videos for you to go and check out on the Disney Parks YouTube's channel. So definitely go and do that. I can leave comments about that and links in my bio. Is it weird that this picture reminds James of The Shining? I don't know, because I've never seen The Shining, but if anyone else is watching it in here, then please just let us know in the comments. Oh, wow, that's a very interesting comment, James. And Thomas has asked, only 2 weeks to go until the new Hub show starts as well. Yes, that is correct. And it's so exciting. The pictures that have been released behind social media, it looks absolutely phenomenal. So yes, it's definitely one I want to go and check out. Have to do some news about that maybe. And some more slides just to fill you up. So here are some pictures. As you can see, the top right hand corner is where you have the Castle Club Suite dining room area, and it's just overlooking the park, and you can see the Sleeping Beauty castle. Imagine staying there and watching the fireworks at night. It would be spectacular. And then obviously there's another picture at the bottom left of the the lobby, the hall at hotel lobby. I'm being very silly today. The hotel lobby. And then you've also got two pictures. So these pictures on the opposite side of the upper left-hand side and the lower right-hand side are pieces of art storytelling that you can see throughout the hotel when you're walking through. So at the moment, you can't do too much stuff unless you're actually staying in the Disneyland hotel. However, when you are there for a restaurant reservation, say, you can go around and explore these different things. So we move on to some of the pictures of the bedrooms and experiences that you can also get whilst in the Disneyland Hotel. So the two rooms at the upper left and bottom left, they are just some examples of the different suites you can get and superior rooms. There's different themings. So you've got Raya and the Last Dragon, of course, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, the list goes on, and you've also got a Frozen theme, which is really exciting because it will collaborate with the opening of Frozen Land coming up, hopefully next year. Still a little bit of information to come about that, but I'll keep you all updated when we know more. And then obviously to the top right and top bottom left, no, top right, bottom right, should I say, there are some pictures, and these again are all credit to Disneyland Paris. And basically there are different experiences that you can go for, and the young little children in our lives can go and be a prince or princess for the day. They get extra pixie dust, they get to choose what they wear and have lovely photos taken of them and become royalty for the time of their stay during the day. So it's really a magical situation to see. Ah, yes, there is rumour about Lion King Land. We'll come to that discussion in a bit. Okay, so more changes are coming to Walt Disney Studios Park. Thank you to Disneyland Paris Report, the team social media people. And we have found out that the gold statues, like I was mentioning earlier, have been removed from the Fantasia hut at the Walt Disney Studios where the animation studios are. So like they had in the Walt Disney World 50th anniversary, the golden statues, there were some around as well at Disneyland Paris in the studios. An example is the one to the left of Hercules, but they had many different ones, including Dumbo, Mulan, you name it, that most of the characters were there. Well, I say most, about 25 probably. And they have been removed for now. They might be going to a different location. We don't know. It's not been confirmed as of yet, but let's hope they will be going to a new location, because quite a lot of people, when they have visited the parks in recent times, didn't even realize that they were actually there, and they are quite small compared to the Walt Disney World ones that they had for the 50th anniversary. So you'll just have to wait and see if they pop up anywhere again. Okay, and then we are going on to what has been known as in the chat the Frozen expansion. So yes, Walt Disney Studios Park has an expansion update. Thanks again to Disneyland Paris Report for their images. As you can see here, they are starting to get up the window frames for the Arendelle facade, and they've got the progress of the Lakeside restaurant and the window frames for that as well. And you can see the lake is starting to take form as well, so that's quite exciting. Loads of cranes, looks a bit messy, but it is starting to show progress quite a lot. So this picture was taken quite recently. I last went there in October and it wasn't this busy in an industrial kind of building sense. So things are cracking on, and I say it would be probably opening up the Frozen Land in summer 2025. So stay tuned for more updates about that. And then the last information before we have our little chat is allergy awareness. So we have had a few changes throughout Disneyland Paris recently, as some of you may be aware and some of you may not. We have had changes to the Disney Village happening with Rosalie, the bakery and restaurants, and obviously the Disneyland Hotel, which has new restaurants as well. And so there means there's more cast members. So for an example, with Rosalie, it's not actually a Disney specific restaurant. It's actually outside company come in onto Disney Village, kind of like Five Guys, but that comes out of the Disney Village in a way when you have to go through the barriers. Anyway, so Rosalie is where Cafe Mickey was based, and they do small meals to biggish meals. And there has been an awareness raised recently where someone requested some soup, and unfortunately the staff member was not aware of the algae that was contained, because they weren't aware of the folder, or the folder was mislabeled incorrectly. We don't know, and the person is okay now, which is good. But it's just a little tip for anyone who's watching who does have intolerances or allergies. If you say sans, that means without. So sans is your go-to friend. Always use that. So I have to say sans gluten or lait, because milk. I have a really bad French accent, but yes, if you say sans, that means you want to have something without the allergy in. And you can always ask to see the booklet and the allergy folder. Like I said, unfortunately, some instances in Rosalie recently had the allergy folder, but it was mislabeled incorrectly. So you can always then again ask another cast member to come and clarify if what is being read is correct. And this has happened recently in Disneyland Hotel, but like I said, it's only happened very recently because it's only just opened recently. So yes, definitely go and check out the folders, and never be afraid to ask either. Okay, let me make myself bigger again. So just remove this and we can go to the chat to see what's been going on. Okay, I hope all of that was really good, useful information for you. I'm sure most of you knew all the information already. However, I am hoping to bring out even a little bit of new news for you all to enjoy and think about. Okay, so what we wonder what the third land will be in Walt Disney Studios. So yes, there has been rumors, as Thomas mentions later on, about the Lion King land. Yes, Lion King land has been mentioned, but there's also been mentioned of Star Wars land, which was a D23 blueprint style idea, shall we say, back in 2018, I believe, 2019. That's basically been on postponed hold for indefinite for now. But I think that would be a quite good idea. Lion King land would be also a good idea. However, I don't know how much they can add to the studios just for Lion King land. I know it's quite popular that people would like to have a villainous land. That would be quite aesthetically pleasing, because it could also bring another castle into the studios. So Disneyland Paris, just for people who aren't aware, they have a deal with the government, or a contract kind of deal thing, where every 10 years they have to expand because they have a certain part of land that has to be used up. So that's what they were doing with the Frozen land. But yes, they've definitely got room to do more. Oh, a Cars land. Cars land would be an exceptionally brilliant idea to have. I mean, I've seen the one in DCA and it looks absolutely wonderful, especially at night time. And in Halloween, that looks pretty cool. It will also link with Santa Fe and the Cars theme. So maybe that's a good route to go down. I'll have to get Disney to try and think about that. And what's neat, Nico is asked, I wonder what kind of restaurants and shops will be built during the renovation of the Disney Village. Okay, so I don't know if you have heard this previously by anyone. However, the renovations are still going on at Disney Village, and they will be going on for quite a while. The next phase in the renovation is the McDonald's. So that's literally right by the end as you go towards the hotels. And basically, it's going to be completely revamped, like massive wood structures, very fancy looking. But it's going to be happening whilst the main McDonald's, how it is now, is still open. So it's going to be quite hectic and quite busy. But once it's done, it is going to look very nice. I've seen pictures and it does look like it's going to be a lovely way to spend time by the Disney Lake as well. So that'll be interesting to see. James has said about Villainous Land, and that it would be amazing that the original Animal Kingdom was going to have a Villainous Land, but became Pandora in the end. Ah, I never knew that. I think Pandora works better than having a Villainous Land in Animal Kingdom, to be fair. I think the setup seems more in line with the theme of Animal Kingdom. But a Villainous Land somewhere would be good. I know they've been thinking about it, doing it in Magic Kingdom as well, because they need to do more of an expansion. So we'll see. But I do feel like it would be something that would be good to have an expansion again within the studios that is just Disneyland Paris. And then after a while, it can be converted to somewhere else. So there is a new land that is coming to Shanghai, if I remember, or Hong Kong. It's one of those two. And I think it's already opened, actually, the Zootopia land. And there's a deal where basically no other Disney park can recreate a land like that until at least 5 years after it's opened at those parks. So that is an interesting way to keep things unique and to keep visitors to the attractions. So it'd be nice to see Disney do something, Disney Paris, do something that is different. And I think a lot of people would like the Villainous Land. Okay, so, oh, we have someone new. So, hey, Love Pugs, it's lovely to have you on here. I love pugs, by the way. Pugs are awesome. So, yes, it's lovely to have you join us on the chat. And thank you so much for subscribing. I am very grateful. We've just been talking about different things about what's coming up at Disney Village, the Disney renovations. We've mentioned some things about Walt Disney World itself and Disneyland, but we've just discussed quite a big bit about what's happening at Paris at the moment. Nico, the Lego store as well. There hasn't been anything mentioned about renovation for the Lego store. However, I am assuming that there probably will be something going on. I mean, the whole side that way at the moment has got scaffolding up. So I think something will be going on, just not quite sure exactly what yet. But as soon as I find out, I will let everyone know. Okay, let's see what else is going on in chat. Hi, Michael. Lovely to have you on board here today. I hope you are well. Oh, Zootopia Animal Kingdom. Now that would have been a fantastic idea for Animal Kingdom. I do, like I said, I do like Pandora though. I don't understand Pandora because I've not watched it, but yes, it's a lovely aesthetic to be in, and you can just sit there and chill and just be in awe again of what the Imagineers do. So yes, that's cool. Okay, let's see. Yes, Shanghai, that's correct. That is where Zootopia Land's opening, in Shanghai. Thank you very much, Thomas, for informing me on the chat. I really do appreciate that. Most of the shops are closing this year. Yes, that is true. Do you mean in the village? Because at the moment, I believe it's not happening in the main Disneyland park as such. The ones in the courtyard of the Walt Disney Studio parks are closing to be revamped, obviously, because the entrance to the studio parks is going to be changing. So you won't walk necessarily through Studio One anymore. It will be like you've got Studio One, you've got the Eiffel Tower, and then you will have like a path going down with like trees, and it will lead you into the lake of the studios. So that'll be really good to see. So I don't know what they'll be doing exactly with shops in the studios park, but it will be good to find out when they are open. So let's see what else is being said in the chat. Awesome. Brilliant. So what have you found interesting in today's show? I would love to find out. And I hope that you have enjoyed tonight's live. It's been shortish, but also a bit longer than I was expecting. I am very grateful for all of you to have joined me so far, and I hope that you have enjoyed watching. I'd love to know, would you want me to do this weekly or fortnightly? I feel fortnightly would be quite something to be more digested, like in bulk, more than just little bits here and there. So let me know if you're following me on Instagram, let me know, or you can let me know in the comments here. Once again, Didn't realize how much was going on. Yes, a lot has been going on at the studios, and it's still going to be happening for quite some time, I believe. So anything else I find out, I will let you guys know. Thank you once again, James, for being the moderator on this chat. I do really appreciate it, and I really appreciate your help. And thank you everyone again for watching. I hope you have a lovely evening and ready for a good start on Monday. I hope this has filled you up with a bit of magic and positivity. And I'll see you again soon for some more Disney Enchanting updates. Take care. Bye.